And welcome back, everybody. A viral TikTok trend is asking 9-to-5 workers to, quote, act their wage.
It's called quiet quitting, and the premise is that employees should not go above and beyond and to just stick to the tasks they were hired to do.
Career coach Julie Balke joins us in studio to talk about the new trend. Julie, first of all, thank you for being here. And secondly, I just warned you during the commercial break, I'm going to try very hard not to sound like grumpy old man during this interview.
Yeah, okay.
Because it does, there are certain aspects of it, and I think maybe I'm misunderstanding a lot of it, that just hit weird. Like, that's just what you do. Like if you want to get ahead, then you have to do the extra thing, and you have to come in on the day off, and you have to do that thing. Why should I not just think about it that way?
So the word here really is boundaries. You really aren't quitting.
Okay.
Quiet quitting sounds like ghosting, like you quit showing up.
Okay.
But really what this is about, it's about setting boundaries, doing your job and doing it well, but then being very intentional and clear about what you will do beyond that. The thought is that there's no reward, no direct reward beyond what your job is asking you to do, and so why should you put in the extra effort? So yes, I can see why that way of looking at work, which Gen Z absolutely embraces, as do some young millennials, really rubs us older people, shall we say, a little bit the wrong way.
Yeah.
But really, when you think about it, everybody is being asked to do more with less. There is still a talent shortage. So if I'm in a department of 4 people and there's 2 open positions, 2 of us doing the work of 4 people, it's not sustainable. You're asking me to do 2 jobs. And the dirty little secret of corporate America is those who work the hardest and do the best job get piled on
Amen,
even
sister.
more, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
And a lot of times the people who are slacking that's not addressed. Yeah. And so it really comes down to poor leadership, like a lot of things do in the workplace. And so the people who are doing the work are saying, you know what, I'm not going to work 80 hours a week. I'm not going to do Fred the slacker's job, and just because you can't find somebody to fill this role, that doesn't mean I'm going to harm my health, my relationships, and frankly, my time outside of work. I'm already giving you more than you're paying or rewarding me for, and so I'm going to set those boundaries. And so, I think it's fair that each of us set our boundaries with what we're willing to do at work. The more we like our jobs, the better we're treated, the more we're willing to give. And so if you're in a position at work where you're like, you know what, bare minimum, dude, I'm gonna phone it in. My advice to you is get a different job. Figure out what you're good at, what you love, and what you're going to show up in your full self as. Because to live as a quiet quitter for too long, I think you really hurt your own development. You hurt your own career prospects, and you're not gonna get what you want out of work.
So managers, how can they learn from this movement?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I hoped would get better during COVID, and it just didn't. You have to talk to your people. We are not in a world anymore where it's all top down. You do what I tell you to do, and you like it. Like, in the boomers of the world like me, that's the way we came into work, and that's the way we lived our careers.
Right.
That's not ideal either. So as a manager, you have to learn how to lead differently. You have to learn how to be in conversation with your people, ask them what's going well, ask what you can do to help them, ask what they'd like to take off their plate if possible, ask what they'd like to do more of. We call it, there's most companies do what we call an exit interview. Yeah. Why are you leaving? And there's a trend that I love called a stay interview. Why are you staying? Right?
Yeah.
What keeps you here? What keeps you from not answering when a recruiter calls and tries to pull you away? Why are you still here? And how can we keep you here and give you more of what makes you satisfied and engaged? That will directly go to your ability to attract and retain great people. But if your management style is to just keep piling it on until the person squeals, they probably won't squeal. They'll probably leave and go to a competitor. They're not going to tell you they're unhappy.
Because there are a lot of jobs open right now. Julie,
There still are.
I hate to wrap this up, but we have to. I still want to talk to you about how this is different from the Great Resignation, and I want to talk to you about remote work.
Hours,
we just have to have you back. We just have to have you back.
We
do. Julie Balke, thank you for joining us this morning.